Hi there, it's Rob from Tactical Magfed, and in this video we're going to do a massive unboxing. Hi there, welcome to Tactical Magfed. If you're into Magfed paintball reviews, kit tests, unboxing and general shenanigans, hit the subscribe and the bell notification and stay up to date with the future videos coming out. Okay, so I'm super excited with all this nice stuff that I've got here. So I'm just going to get cracked on with it and start opening stuff up. I've got an idea what's in some of these boxes, so I think I might open up some of these other boxes there, so get that out of the way. Now get the big one. Let's do the big one. Yeah, so get our sharp knife. Stay safe, kids. Keep your fingers out of the way. So I'm just going to get into this box here. So this box is from Modern Combat Sports UK. I had some magic bullets left over from when I had some previous orders several months ago. So, ta-da! It's a box in a box. Okay, so I'm not going to spoil the surprise. I'm going to open this up, pull things out randomly one at a time, and go from there. Like I said, I had some magic bullets, so it was an excuse to spend those magic bullets and get some bits, some money off. I think I had about 15 quid's worth of magic bullets. I spent a lot more than that. Right, so the box is open. It's got this nice hard case on the top here. What could that be? Okay, so pull that off. Sling that down there. So we have a Walther branded hard case. So on the side here we have a Umarex Walther PPQ M2. So nice. What will I be doing that in the future? Have a Walther PPQ M2 second mag. Put over there with that. We have two V2 T15 mags. So got lots of good stuff coming on with that. I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison to the V1 mags. Hopefully do some shooting tests with the mags just to compare how many you can get in these. I won't spoil it now, but anyway, we've got a video coming up to do with the V2 mags. Now, I think you can tell by the sound of this what it's going to do. Apologies for the metallic noise. Okay, so effectively in here we've got a bunch of CO2 cartridges. These are 12 gram CO2 cartridges for the PPQ. I can't remember how many I've got in there. I think there's like 25, 30, 50, I don't know. There's quite a few in there. Goes out the way. Last but not least in this box, so I'll get a shot of the box. There we go. So, ready? Ooh. What are these, you're asking yourselves? These are the Wrap 4 shape projectile, solid shape projectiles. And Wrap 4. So these are the First Strike style solid plastic projectiles. Not intended for shooting people, so I will not be taking these up to the field. But what I will be doing is putting some of these through my markers. I'll do a test on the V2 mags, the V1 mags, the Helix mags, and my FSC, which I have here. My FSC mags. So yeah, I'm just going to see how they shoot. They're supposed to be for test firing U-marker, so I might just use them for zeroing sights. That may allude to what's in some of these other boxes. Anyway, okay, so let's put those to one side as well. Shape projectiles. What do I go for next? show this one. Okay, so this is interesting. I've ordered, it come from Israel. I don't know if I'm going to get red flagged anywhere. Don't know if I'm going to get red flagged anywhere. Ordering gun paraphernalia from Israel. This is IMI Walther PPQ holster. So that'd be interesting. I shall test that, review that. I'll go back over all this stuff. I know I'm going through it pretty quickly. I will quickly go back over some of this stuff initially in this video, but yeah, they'll all be coming in separate videos in the not too distant future. So let's open this one next. So quite a few, some of these bits come from Amazon, but anything that wasn't so what do we have? We have a reflex flip up reflex red dot sight in there. That's pretty cool. The plan is for that little baby to go on my FSC marker, so stay tuned for that little project. I have a key mod foregrip for my T15 project. I have tactical reflex. So this is for my T15 project. It's a red dot for the T15. Stick that there. We have this is a dovetail red dot mount. The plan for this little baby is to go on to the PPQ. It doesn't fit out of the box. This is, from what I can find, this is the closest match. It's actually a 1911 dovetail mount. The dovetail won't mount to that marker, so I have to get the tools out, modify the marker, invalidate the warranty probably, and get this mounted to it. I think in one of these other packages is the sight that's going to go on that, so I'll leave that there. Another little box. Yeah. Okay, this is the this is the quick QD release for a M-Lock key mod handguard. So that goes with that. That's part of my T15 project. Stick that in there. And last but not least in this box, this is just a Picatinny GoPro mount. Whatever would I want one of those for? I wonder. So stick that down there. So 2 boxes down, loads of stuff on the table. My wife had already got her hands on this one, so let's just finish off what the wife started. Let's do that. So we have a Vector Optics TAC. I think they're TAC Vector Optics or Vector Optics. This is a Sphinx dovetail sight, so this should be mountable on here. Once I get that modified and stuck on the PPQ, I'll have a PPQ with a cool red dot optic on the back of it, top of it. Okay, there's that. Filling the table up. Oh, I'm getting all excited about this cool stuff. Last but not least, we have a long shaped parcel here. With some of the other bits I've had, you've probably gone too far guessing what this might be. Is the final part of the project for my T15. Okay, so that. Ooh, cool. Okay, So we have some Allen key, some metal rings, washers, and a spare screw. 0 instructions, don't need instructions. This is a 10-inch Keymod handguard. I'm going to stick this on my T15 marker. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, cool. I had expected there to be a Keymod Picatinny piece, maybe to fit on the bottom here. So, summarise, part of the project I have going on with my T15 is to fit reflex red dot, or red dot sight, a camera mount. I've got the quick release here to pop on, and foregrip. That should complete the look, if you like, of my T15 marker. This is very light. I like the look of this handguard. It's very light. It's got 3 of the 4 Picatinny rails removed, obviously. It's very smooth. It's tiny, thinner in the hand than I thought it might be. So looking forward to getting that. If you're wondering, there is the barrel nut is in the end here, and that screws on with 6 Allen key bolts, screws. Brilliant. Okay, so in summary, I have a project around the T15 V2 mags. I'm going to do a comparison with these with the V1s. I'm going to probably weigh them, measure them, things like that. If you guys want to know if they're thicker, thinner, longer, all that kind of stuff. If they fit in the same mag pouches. Which I'm expecting them to. So yeah, interesting stuff on that. I have a full auto T15 marker. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I've got an install, a part 1, part 2 install on that. So yeah, I'll do some firing demos on the differences between the mags. That's coming up. Got the PPQ project, putting the sight on. I've got the project for my first strike. That will include, both these projects will include some kind of drilling, tapping into the markers to get these to fit. That's pretty cool. I'll quickly show you the reflex red dot in here. You get a bunch of stuff in there. I don't know if I'll do individual unboxes for each of this. I might just do a review and set it up there. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So get this tiny little red dot and you flip it up. When you flip it up, it turns it on. There's a battery in it, so there is a red dot in there. When you flip it down, it turns it off. Really neat. Comes with a Picatinny riser on there, so if you do want to stick it on your main marker, you can. It comes with all sorts of spacers and gadgets and whatnot for fitting it on various different things. So I just stick the cover back on there. It comes with a nice squidgy rubber cover, which is cool, and some tools and some instructions. With that, so I've got an FSC pistol project, a T15 project to go on, the mag project, the PPQ project, projectiles test. I've got rubber balls for rubber round balls for my markers. I've got these hard plastic rounds for the first strike compatible markers. I'm going to test those out. See if they're any good. If they fly straight, if they're good. You know, I've got a bunch of shooting videos planned, transition drills, accuracy drills. You know, just basic marker handling and things like that. Playing around. If I can set up some targets and do some, you know, some drills, I'll do that. Yeah, all the handguard stuff, T15, a bunch of noisy air canisters. Let's quickly pop out the holster. Might as well give you some. Might as well give you something to look at on the eye candy front. So we've got the Alpha PPQ here. I'm going to need to. It's got a little cable tie on here. There we go, cable tie is off. So let's go and open this up for you guys. Oh, that looks sweet. Alright, time for me to have a look. So, got a PPQ M2. Wow, it's heavier than I thought it would be. I haven't handled one of these, real or otherwise, but that is a solid cast metal. Looks like an aluminium top block there with the valve and everything in, and that is maybe steel or aluminium, I don't know. So really heavy. Working slide. It has a working safety trigger. I can't remember this. It's a Glock style trigger, so you have to basically press the middle section of the trigger. I don't know if you can see that. There's a middle section there. If you try and pull that without the middle bit, it stops you. So it's a safety feature. But I don't know. If you really wanted to push that through there, it might go. Unlike the real steel. So yeah, cool. There's that. There's a spring in there. Basically, these magazines can take plastic round balls, but you have to put a higher rated spring in there. So I should be popping that spring in and putting. I have some 43 cal rubber balls, so I will be testing that out at some point. Maybe a video coming up from that. Barrel squeegee cleaner. Anything else? Yeah, there we go. Alright, yeah, there's some a maintenance manual and an instruction manual sitting under the phone. Okay, so cool. There's the PPQ. So I don't know about you, but I'm dying to know if this fits the marker. So this is a IMI Defence holster. It is, what have I got here? Allen key. Allen key? That's probably for, here it is. It's for adjusting the, it's basically a Cybex system, I believe. You can change the angle of this. That's pretty neat. So it is for a PPQ. Oh, that is cool. Oh, it says Walther PPQ on it. Warning, read instructions for a holster. Okay, so it's cool. It's got a finger release on here. So you push that, and your finger is automatically away from the trigger when you've released it. Nice. Nice. So, for realism on the draw and everything, I've got an FSC here as well. So this is the First Strike holster. I had to mod this. I'll probably do a video on the mod I had to do. Loads of people had issues with this one. When you were running around, the mag, when the mag squeezed, it would unload, it would hit the mag release on the marker and your mag would fly out. Because the mag has a pressurised 8 gram cylinder in it, it would go, you'd just hear and yeah, your mag would fly off and you have to find it. So effectively, I located where the rubbing was, which point it was, drilled the holes out and filed it out. So when the mag's in there, you can squeeze away to your heart's content and the mag's not going to pop out. This is a cool holster. It doesn't have the retention, the release on here that this holster does, but it holds it in really well. If you put it in nice and tight, it effectively grips around the trigger guard. So yeah, keep an eye out. I'll be doing a review on this. Now I've got holsters for both that are very similar. I'll be doing some comparisons on how good they are to draw, do transitions. I I don't know, if I can get some kind of shock counter thing going on, I might even see how fast, if there's a difference between the draw speeds on these two holsters. The realism of that thing. If anyone's looking through my windows now, they're thinking I'm kind of a, I don't know, I'm not going to say it out loud, but they might think I'm doing some kind of weird video, inciting people to violence and all the rest of it, which is not what I'm doing. Incite people to paintball. So anyway, there's that quick comparison with those. I'll be doing a first strike versus PPQ, shooting test, draw test, realism, mag change. I can already tell that the mag change on this PPQ is just unreal. So you can do that all day long. It's got a working slide. It doesn't fully cock back. It's sort of it's a half exposed cock on that. But it's a gas blowback system. So when you shoot it, that will recoil back. You put a new mag in, hit that, off you go. It's pretty cool. I'll do a separate review on this because this thing is cool. It feels amazing in the hand. So realistic. Fits. I mean, this is intended for a real steel. This is a 1-to-1, and it fits in there perfectly. Plenty of room on there for my little red dot shenanigans. Okay, so put that to one side, FSC to one side. I'll show you this little red dot as a bit of a closing out. So attack vector optics, you can go stupidly expensive with some of these. You've got Burris and all sorts of manufacturers out there that do these. This tiny little sight comes fitted to a 11mm mount. It's like an air rifle mount. It's really well made. Really well made. God, it doesn't feel. This wasn't stupid expensive. So real steel red dots, you're looking at £250 upwards, and they have to be, they have to be able to take and recoil and everything. The tac vector do state these are okay for use on shotguns, air rifles, things like that. Don't know about pistols. In the UK, we can't use them on pistols anyway, so this is purely sort of an airsoft paintball scenario we're looking at here. But yeah, the idea is I take this mount. What you'd normally do is remove the sights from the pistol. This little dovetail piece will then slide into the area where your sight is removed, pinning it onto the gun. You then stick that on the top, and two little screws screw into that dovetail, securing that onto the top of the gun. Okay. Okay. So that screws on. The dovetail goes in. This screws onto the dovetail. Then this screws onto the mount, and there you go. So it's quite a neat little thing. I'm not going to spoil the surprise. So yeah, this looks pretty cool. Mounted on top of handguns. In terms of accuracy, it's a paintball marker. It's got quite a bit of drop off on the rounds. Up to 5 meters, you can zero these things in, and they'll be accurate to what you can see. And pretty much, if you're shooting at someone's head, the further away you go, the lower down their body you're going to be hitting them effectively a lot sooner than real steel or even BBs. If you're shooting BBs, you get a lot more distance. But it's going to look cool. It's a cool project. Can't wait to get this mounted on there and show you guys how I did it. I don't think I'm brave enough to video me doing this, but I'll take some pictures along the way and do some kind of montage videos on how I do these things. Purely because historically, when I mess about with stuff, it might take me a few attempts to kind of go back, rework it, do it. It might take me a week, 2 weeks, a month to kind of figure out how these things work, and it'd be a pretty boring video if I'm just sitting there going, move, do that. But anyway, it'll all come together, and I'll show you that if it can be done and how I did it, and then I'll show you the things working and how, and then I'll be honest and see if it's worthwhile you guys doing it or just steer clear and don't bother. Okay, spare mag. Mag's a mag. These things are so heavy and so expensive. I'll cover the mags and stuff in the full review of that. That's that. There's loads of stuff here. As you can see, I've got loads of vids coming up. So if you're interested in any of the ideas I've got here, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. As soon as these videos start going up, you'll get notified of them. And yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited to show you guys what I can do with all this stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.